Hello guys, and welcome back to Sophisticated Obsession, where we will be reviewing the fragrance Labo Santal 33. Coming up. What's happening YouTube? This is Matt from Sophisticated Obsession. It is almost Christmas now, I can feel it. Now, if you have done all of your Christmas shopping, well done. Good work. And if you haven't, not to worry, you've still got one weekend left before it's the big day. Anyway, let's get down to the fragrance review. So today we are going to be talking about a niche fragrance brand called Labo. In particular, we are going to be looking at Santal 33. Now, Santal 33 is marketed as their signature scent. So, just a little bit about Labo. Labo is a very, very interesting fragrance brand. This one I got when I was in London at one point. What struck me was that there were no bottles in the shop. The only bottles that were there were the ones that you test. Nothing else. That was it. The only other things that they had in the shop were like the bath stuff and the candles. But no bottles of actual fragrance were there that you pick up from the shelf. That's strange. Well, it is and it isn't. It is because you usually go into a fragrance shop, you see what you like, and then you just buy it, you take it off the shelf and you pay for it. No, here you pay for it, but now this is the best bit. They actually make it there in front of you. It can be, for some people, a little bit pretentious. For me, however, for being a fragrance geek, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. For one, it was such a personal experience that you then got to see these guys actually making your fragrance there in front of you. But also, more importantly than that, you are guaranteed a fresh fragrance. This is freshly made goodness. Labo gets its name from the lab. Now, when you just look at a store and these bottles, you can then see where they get their inspiration from. Everything that you would find in one of their stores or any products that you then might find of theirs, they are all inspired by a laboratory theme, which I think is so cool. I think it's such a neat way of marketing your brand. The 33, what does that stand for? So the 33 stands for not when this product was made or what order this product came. No, that is a common misconception. It is actually how many ingredients go in to make Santal 33. Now down to the actual fragrance. What does it smell like? Santal 33 boasts about being inspired by a campfire and woods and like a cowboy out into the distance. It sounds a little bit pretentious, but I sort of get that. I do sort of understand where they've got that inspiration from. As soon as you spray it, you get a massive, and I mean massive dose of sandalwood and also patchouli. Patchouli is really strong in this because you then get the smokiness from this. This is one powerful fragrance. After the first spray, you instantly get hit with a slight pepperiness, smokiness, and just basically full-on wood note. Then after that, you tend to just get it simmering down slightly, as if the fire is then starting to die down and you're getting a nice smolder. And then you get more wood notes with like cedar wood and amber coming through, but then also a wonderful vanilla note. It is beautiful. This is probably one of the best dry downs I think I have ever smelt, and I seriously mean that. And that is just such a big compliment for me when I'm quite critical of my fragrances. However, with this, I could honestly say this is one of my favourite fragrances. Yeah, full stop. Okay, so as always, I rate all of my fragrances out of 5. First point, presentation. The presentation I absolutely love. It is really, really nice and linked to the theme. Now, one thing with the presentation is not only do you get a fresh product, but also you then get a couple of labels to then stick onto your fragrance. A, to know when it was composed, so know when the date of the fragrance was made, but also you then get the person's name who made it for you, where it was made, and your name as well. This makes it perfect for, hint hint, a Christmas gift. Now with the box, it's just a very, very standard cardboard box with then Santal on the front, your name, who it was composed by and what date, and then on the bottle that is exactly the same. The atomizer is okay. It sort of darts out at you a little bit. You've got to be quite direct with this. It doesn't seem to have a wide spray. You've got to know where you're shooting, otherwise you lose the fragrance completely. But I've got to say, it definitely gets a point for the presentation. I absolutely love this fragrance, and I just think that how this fragrance is sold and marketed, or just not even the fragrance, just the brand in general, is fantastic. So definitely a point for that. Number 2, versatility. The versatility is so important with a fragrance because you need to know who could wear this. I know just as many women as I know men who love this fragrance. I get so many compliments on this fragrance from men and from women, and most men are saying like, oh yeah, that just smells so nice. It's so like woodsy and piney and just like really, really nice and rich. But then women are also like, oh god, that smells so sexy. Oh yeah, actually, I would really wear this. It really is a unisex fragrance, which sort of surprised me when you first spray it. You think, oh god, no, that's just a real man's, mature man's fragrance. But no, this could be worn by all ages and by both genders. So definitely a point for versatility. Number 3, performance. The performance on this is incredible. I get a full day's wear out of this fragrance. It is so long lasting, and what's more, it projects beautifully. Now, this could fill a room, so I would go sparingly on the trigger. I myself feel that I overspray a little bit too often. Some people come into the room and they're like, oh my god, I've walked into a forest. However, I do feel that this is just a wonderful work time scent because it is not too bold. As this dries down, I've already mentioned that this is one of the best dry downs ever. The way in which it then develops and it gets sweeter and smoother is beautiful. But that dry down just goes on and on and on and on until you need to wash, basically. I would say that you would get about 10 to maybe 15 hours worth of wear out of this fragrance. Nearer the end of the day, it's more of a skin scent, but people still do pick up on it. So definitely gets a point for the performance. Number 4, where and when. You pick a place and it goes. This is just amazing. I've been trying to rack my brains on how I could possibly give this a bad score, and I just can't. Where and when? If it is a formal occasion, it goes. It's got those lovely wood notes in there that do make it more formal. But then when it dries down and it goes into that sweet note, I think it could work for just a casual day as well. So I don't know where this would not go. In terms of the seasons, winter, as we're in at the moment, perfect. However, spring, autumn, beautiful. It is fresh enough because of the ingredients that are in there, and because of the slight floral note in the background that just makes it a little bit more lighter. The only season that I'd probably say there are better ones out there, not saying that this wouldn't go, but I'm just thinking maybe, to give it a little bit of criticism, because it does need some, it's probably summer. Summer is the only time that I really can't think about this being the top fragrance. It definitely gets a point for where and when. And finally, we come to uniqueness. And I'm gonna have to say, I have smelled others that are similar to this. Now, unfortunately, I had to find some criticism somewhere. Uniqueness, I've got to say, it doesn't get a point. The reason being is that there are a couple of fragrances out there that have a similar vibe. Now, I've got to say that this I much prefer to any other fragrance out there that I have smelled. By Kilian has a fragrance called Sacred Wood, and that is a sandalwood note, and that is pretty much just sandalwood, and it does have a similar vibe. It is not as dark and it is not as pungent as this, but it does still have those reminiscent vibes of this fragrance. And another one is by Commodity, Book. Now that has parchment or papyrus, I can't remember what it is, but it has a similar vibe, and I think the people on Fragrantica also agree that it smells very, very similar to that fragrance. So there we have it. That is the score. The score is 4 out of 5 for Labo Santal 33. It is an absolute beautiful fragrance, and if you have not yet got all of your Christmas shopping, be sure to check out one of the Labo stores and just give it a try. As always, thank you so much for watching, and thanks for stopping by. And also, please check us out on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, and we have a blog at sophisticatedobsession.com. This has been Matt. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and Merry Christmas.